Kampala wa n'emirwano mikono nalabye ne Masaka nabo banominatinze abasinga ebitundu by'enjawulo by'eggwanga basinga banominatinze abeebina ebyenjawulo kale MPO wabatanda nominatinga it is okay eggulu jo bwe nadde ntandika sho nakuwaddeko ka clip kasemujju honorable Semujju Nganda MP wa Kira ng'atambulidde ku tukutuku nga agezaako okuwubira ku bantu be nga bakajjambu bannaye mujebale bannaye mwasuze mutya musibye mutya eyo kale olwaleero yansazeewo ntandike nga nkulaga nti is one of the few MPs ababadde nominated olunaku lw'eggulo benjagala okutegeeza nti babadde ne convoy ekyasinzeeyo obunene. Lwaki njogedde bwe ntyo? Honorable Semujju Nganda is one of the people one of the MPs mu Uganda wano bemumanyi obulungi abasinga okuvumirira omusolo oba ensaasaanya embi ey'ensimbi by government. Era yamu ku bantu abasinga okuvumirira konvoyi ya President Museveni nti alina olusegendero lw'emmotoka nnyingi ekitegeeza amafuta g'omusolo gagenda mangi n'ebisigadde naye I was able nze ng'omuntu saatumyeyo na sources zange ku luno. I was around by myself ku convoys ezisinga naddala mu Kira Nansana around wano Wakiso nagezaako okutambula okulaba nti ndaba kiddala ekigenda mu maaso. One of the most interesting things convoy ya Semujju Honorable Semujju yadde tambulirako emmotoka za police ndowooza babbiri yabadde ne convoy ya taxis zokka ezisukka mu 25 yadde ne kati convoy yabadde nga nnene. Why? Lwaki sigamba nti nkyogerako lwakuba nti alina abantu bangi nedda, but I want to look at why era olwaleero we tugenda okutambulira abantu aba KXL TV ku makya ga leero olowooza ebyo byonna omubaka byakola ezo ssente zonna zaateeka mukozi obubalabalamu olunaku lw'eggulo ngenda kugereza ku Semujju Nganda basigadde agenda bakiikirira b'MPs bonna sekubakiikirira nti abakiikiridde naye njaga tutunulire mu kifaananyi nti gwe wadde walabye konvoyi y'aba MPs kyeyo gye walabye. Nalabyeko eya Council George Musisi gwavuganya naye mu Kira Municipality, nalabyeko konvoyi ya Kananura Daniel ow'NRM, Council George Musisi wa National Unity Platform, Kananura Daniel wa NRM, bebamu ndowooza ku basinze okuba ne convoys ennene abo abasatu naddala mu Kira Municipality. Naye bw'olulanga otunuddemu nti omubaka ne bwe bagenda ku nominatinga bunominatinze olunaku lumu oba okubeera nominated ne babeteeka ku ero saga yonna ne bateekamu ezo ssente zonna, kozi olina okuliisa abantu baliisizza abantu, olina okusasula abantu boda zizo zonna bazigulidde amafuta, motoka bazigulidde amafuta, taxes basasudde olunaku lulamba ne costa n'ezo emmotoka zemulengera ab'ebyuma venue. Kati omubaka bw'abanga yeetaaga ezo ssente zonna olunaku olumu kubeera nominated, kyemmanyi oyinza okuba weetaaga millions ekitono ennyo bwe naabazeebazeemu ku math wange omutono, naye nze nayitanga math era kati nkyamuyita naabazeebazeemu aba MPs abasinga akozesezza essente entono olunaku bwe luti weetaaga millions nga 3 oba 4 abamu 5 olunaku lumu. Kaakati weebuuze oyo mubaka aba agenda kubaka bw'amala okutuuka mu parliament agenda kubalowoozaako nga mmwe abantu bagenda okukiikirira ekitundu ekyo oba ekintu kyagenda okusooka okutunuulira kwe kuzza ssente ze yateekanga mu bintu bino. Ekyokubiri mpe endowoozayo gwe andaba n'atugoberera kubanga kati olaba ebigenda mu maaso mu ggwanga, mpaako ekifaananyi nga bwe kyabaddeyo gy'oli wetatuuse tusigire ekifaananyi twongere okulaba kuba nze nkusigidde ekifaananyi kwabo be nalabye. Twalaba MPs bangi babadde nominated era okutandikira ddala ku n'abamenya amamaleyo. Kale nga sinnakumenyera babaka babadde nominated nzijukira nkujjukize program Kumaliiri abakyasinze okututuukaako okututusaamu kuba n'okuteekamu ensimbi okulaba nga tukutuukako gy'oli mu ddiiro lyo be Basozo Property Consultants abasangibwa wano ku Kireka Kumaliiri Road, abatunda ettaka abapunta ettaka ate n'abakuzimbira ennyumba ku ssente entonotono z'olina zosevinga mu kabokisi bakugamba nti jangu obekwate babenga basobola okuguza ettaka bebalina ettaka eritandikira ku sente akatono nnyo miliyoni emu ya Uganda gyenjogerako basobola okuwa mu estate ez'enjawulo balina estates ku makubo ag'enjawulo mu Uganda ate nga batunda ettaka kuviira ddala ku miliyoni emu balina n'erya kibanja mpola balina ery'ekyapa n'ery'endagaano bebasozo property consultants basange Kumaliiri Road awe Kireka ng'ayambuka ku Kamogas oba bw'oba tosobodde bakubire ku simu zaabwe zino kubira sozo mwennyini director ku 0757 786 077 757 786 077 ye director sozo mwennyini ojja kuba omufuna bakuba ku 0200 407 700 ya office njiddamu 0200 407 700 awo ojja kuba ofuna abaana ku office omuntu yenna agenda okukwata ku office oyongere kubanga onyumyamuko nabo babuuzi bapunta ettaka what you call it land surveying batunda ettaka mu kibyenja mu busaizi zonna obugazi bwonna obwenjawulo ne sente zonna zolina okusandikira kakadde kamwe ka Uganda ate nakakadde osobola okugenda n'okasibako emitwalo 10 n'okasavingako emitwalo 5 mpola paka ng'okamazeeyo ate ne banga basobola okuwa endagaano bandi basobola okuwa plotio ey'ettaka nga tebakomye okuwa ttaka bakuzimbira mu kubagamba tebaagala bafere baguze ettaka ate abantu bajje bakubbe nga bakubalira ebintu by'enjawulo n'olwekyo bazimba n'okuzimba so what we call construction services nazo bazitina kale bannaffe abasozo property consultants balina projects okuva ku 25 ku 10 n'okweyongerayo yes n'okweyongerayo nawe yeetaga acres ez'enjawulo osobola kubanga obekwatako okulambula ettaka kwa bwereere kasita batuukirira mujja kukaanya ebisingawo kale basoso property consultants nga batadde ebbali nyongera okutegeeza tukyagenda mu maaso ne program Kumaliiri badde nkugamba nti ba MPs banje wadde nominated mu bo ng'ogyeko binaakogerako Ssemujju Nganda omubaka w'ekiraaliko kati kakati ate general secretary w'ekibiina kya PFF oye Council George Musisi amuvuganya oba gwe bali mu race okusingira ddala ewa National Unity Platform omulengera ng'ali mu kubeera nominated Wakiso ndaba omukulu Jose ndaba ko Sanyu Irene bamuwerekeddeko n'abasigadde convoy naye yabadde nnene kati ye olumaze olukungaana lwe yamaze n'alukubaawo mu Kirema ekireka we yafunye abantu bangi nnyo era n'abaddewo okulaba speeches ezimu ezoogerebwa Ssemujju Rare yagikubyawo kujuka side ze bweyogererawo bwe watyo naye yakuyise ebivulu kale bwolengera ne Kananula naye yakoze ndoza Kananula wakubeera nominated oba olwaleero kuba bantegeeza nti olunaku lweggulo yabadde Wakiso naye kati yabadde nominated yayinza kuba waleero naye convoy n'ebivulu bayisizza kale nze nkuwa kifaananyi kiri wano mu kira gwe nga tulaba mpa ekifaananyi eyo gy'osinziira eyo gy'oli eyo abakabu babadde batya ani yabadde nominated ani yakoze ebivulu ani yabafumbidde ku mmere mwongere okumbuulira tunyumyemuko studio lines zaffe nzigule kakati katambi kano katambudde nnyo producer kampadde ak'omuvubuka Embaale eyazenga independent for industrial ndoza yesimbye ku industrial division Embaale muvubuka ono ayitibwa oba muzikirize nfune kulinnya wano nga bwe liri saagala kusoma nnyo linnya lya muntu nga siwe yes bamuyita Wasukira Anthony kakati ono simanyi musonyi omuyita omuvubuka but his bantegezeza nko sose zange kuva Embaale bangambye nti he's 27 years old kale kinsonga lwaki nkozeseza term omuvubuka but yomu kuba contestant abavuddeyo okwesimbayo mu Mbale City nga avuganya nga independent ku industrial division mu mulengerawo yakoze grand entry oba grand nomination procession kubanga basigadde nga mumupangisa mu motoka nga mukola convoy za byuma na bidongo nga mukola yapunyayo bakanyame babiri nayingirawo mu Mbale industrial division nawo nga mukungu nga kabaka era akatambi ako katambudde nnyo bangi ne mwebuuza ebibuuzo bingi abamu ne mubuuza ebibuuzo bendowooza nti sebisaana nga bannayuganda nga bwe muli ku social media nga mugamba kakati bw'ayimirira height yo giraba nga si empanvu ennyo naye munnange yavuddeyo okwesimbawo nga independent. Kale yoyo mukuba kyasinze okukwata internet oba kyasinze obutambi bukyasinze okutambula maa babadde nominated babadde tetusuubira oba nga tetumanyi ye mukulu oyo Wasukira Anthony mu Mbale City eyo gye yesimbiko nga yagala kukiikirira division ekitibwa industrial division. Kale myaka bantegezaako nti ali wakati wa 27 mu 28 abo wati 27 emyaka gye bampadde ekitegeeza nti takyali muvubuka muto naye alina ebirooto binene. Nninze basimu tube nga tunyumyamu ndaba studio lines kweziri oyo Blasius Ambali Mukasa abantu b'e Nansana municipal yes nga naye ali awe Wakiso agenda kubeera nominated n'abasigadde bangi. Alex Wise Mufumbiro deputy spokesperson wa National Unity Platform yabadde naye nominated for Nakawa East yadde nga ati mukomera yabadde represented by Paul Nsubuga bali mwezo aliko mubaka wa Nakawa East kakano kale yasobodde okubanga ali nominated. Kale ali kusimu wasizo kya sebo banyebo
yego
kale sebo nawe je baliko sebo
sebo simanya mpeza yo
wanji sebo
tusimanye mpeza yo sebo
kale sebo nafe tusimu kubanga mulaba Excel TV sebo oli mkulani era okubiddewa
nzidewa ne
Kisoko Kisoko kiri mu district ki
district impeba gisaze kutoloro
okay Kisoko is yes Kisoko in a new district
ante Kisoko kale abazali ba odoitanga nozo wo mumanyi
Tango Doi
ono Tango yo mse
Tango Doi Secretary General wa Gundi wa NRM
ataya tuyambe nange ndi muna NRM
oli mu NRM naye talina kyabayambi ani ya nominating nze wamweyo babaka kyaba nominating ani yasinze okukola lale nungi nomination lale nungi nokuba wa kummere kuba NRM mawulide nti baba mubafumba kummere ne baba wane kasente abamu
anti olaba gatamanto beno NRM yadeba NRM naye ebintu ebimu tebakyabigenda munnyo
tebakyabigenda munnyo
kubanga NRM ekifo ky'okufuna abalonzi bawo bennyini ate ebajja mabbali kati aba wano bennyini zisaabalabye
wabaddeyo ko kulaliza ezimu mukama wange
nabadde ku mirimu gyange naye nga nkolera ku kkubo
walabye abalonzi abava mu constituencies endala be bajja ewammwe
sebo
kale toyanziza nnyo
kyokka ekyo kiba kirina okubeera mu Buganda
lwaki kirina okubeera eno mu Buganda sebo
anti kati mu Buganda ndaba opposition y'amaanyi nnyo naye ate kati neeno ndaba ne opposition kati bagirinyisizza
naye opposition erinnye
erinnye kubanga abagwa mu kamyufu ka NRM bangi ndaba ate kati bakumyewo
kale neyanziza nnyo sebo ow'Ekisoko district empya gye bakasala gye ku districts empya ze bakateekako mu Uganda toyanziza nnyo tweyanzege atulaba n'atugoberera gwe osinziddewa era omubaka wo ki yanominating eyo gy'oli na biki bye walabye mu nominations first day so far biki kifaananyi ki kyotusiigira gwali eyo kusimero
kulamusiza
kale sebo osiza otya sebo
olungi sebo ekisooka waliwo njagala okitegere nti njogera byabufuzi
nyesebo
ekyokubiri ndi one of the panelist of NRM so bwemba sinsoose kuddamu kibuuzo kyo naye nensiramu omuntu akubye tosiraba bubi
genda mu maaso
omanyi nga takbeere serious ofuna opondo alinga omusomesa asomesa ku ssomero ery'Ekisoko oba ery'Enamulanda gy'ava kubanga ofuna opondo omulimu gwakola gwa gavumenti si gwa pate
ayogedde ofuna opondo si Tango Doi
leka abeere ofuna opondo mwogedde kwedde Tango Doi
okay katugambo tango doi omulimu gwakola alinga omusomesa kubanga asasulwa mwezi nti afuna sente za byabufuzi ekyokubiri sinti muntu ali mu policies oba mu programu za gavumenti kati kugamba atalina kyabakoledde nti akwate ojabuuza omusomesa atukoledde ki okukwata akasaala ke akabawe kubanga singa muna byabufuzi yesimbawo njaga abantu bakimanye nti yali yekolera makerere naye ne bamuwa omulimo ng'omwana bwana afuna omulimu mu NGO oba mu kitongole ekirala then gwe n'ogamba nti ono omwana tetalina kyatukoledde kyokka ng'ekyalo kiriko abasomesa 5 kiriko abapoliisi 2 kiriko ab'amagye 3 n'abakozi abalala ensonga endala wabadde mu kifo wabadde tewavuddewo ongamba otya MP ali mu constituency ogenda okukima abantu abamuwerekera okuba mu constituency endala it is impossible azokwinulaliza aba president nti president bajja kujja abantu kubanga ase mu district kubanga NRM kyekola nti tatambula buli ku kyalo buli mu zone so abali mu district kubanga balonzi ba mu district be baleeta walikusobola okugirako abalala
kandi neyaza mukulu kaziba
therefore abantu baleme kugira nti olwokuba nti togamba nti direct and opposition oba ndi kino naye nedda tubavumirira abantu fa nekisembayo eriyo abantu olaba diri ngando sebujungando oyo osobola okwesanga nga n'abantu abamu tebabawa desente naye bateeseyo ebidduka byabwe olwokuba tebaagala aveeko bateeka okulaga amaanyi obwetu bwabwe obutagwa ebyo birala byowaluhindi nga baze buuzi tateese muwadde 10 ate bateekamu
kale sebe neyanzize enteesayo mukulu kaziba nkuwa kali ku ground kati nganze yabadde ku ground nti byonna byenjogeddeko ayinza okuba nga teyasasudde bantu kujja naye njogera ku bodaboda zigulira amafuta okusasula ababoda okumala olunaku okusasula abatakisi okumala olunaku waba otunulira ku buli kyalo nga atekawo takisi ez'enjawulo nga bakunga abantu naye kale ebyo bibaamu kukuuma akalulu ndabyeko mawaawo naye abeera nominated ndaba kale ali ku simu sebo
mbadde ngamba
mukulu ani alina kyagamba
ono mukulu yakomyewo ku simu oyo mukulu avaako mbaye nange mukutegeeza nti kyangeze nti nze nange nina obukulu bwe nina eddembe okutuukirira mukulu okutereza ekifo kyewange kati nti oyinza otya okuŋŋamba nti odoyitanga ebbanga lino lyonna ali wali atuukirira mukulu yennyini kyogamba ye tasobola kwogana mukulu n'ateeza ebiri ewaffe
kale eyanziza nnyo kale eyo discussion yaabo ababiri ndowooza bakubye essimu tujajjira tugikomyawo naye nga mwebale kubanga kwe muli era nga mugoberera mpola mpola bangi overview tubagenda kubanga tuziba wamulaba bampiza bamwe abanominatinze mu bitundu ebyenjawulo njagala tufokasinga ennyo ku ani gwe walabye eyanominatinze mu kitundu kyo era biki ebipya biwalabye tuwe ekifaananyi nga bw'okiraba eyo tuleme kudda mu kubukubagano bwabo ani yakubye essimu ani teyakubye essimu
olabelerwa okudimaninga boolonda kyabanero C5 MP ogulina kansalero C5 kansalero C3 kyabanero C3 ogende kwoli afuna akasala nga bano boolonda abayita polisi okukola polisi babikini kino okusaka we bali
mukulu kaziba
bategeere
kale ojja kusonyiwa mukulu kaziba n'abatulaba discussion tetugenda giteeka nnyo eyo njagala akowa ekisimu tuwe ekifaananyi biki byewalabye mu nominations biki byewalabyemu ebipya nekwosinziira kale ali ku simalo ero sebo banyabo
Hello.
Yes, sebo wasuza otya?
Nasse
bulungi sebo sotya sebo.
Bulungi sebo njogerako ne mukulani sikubiddewa.
Kenneth makanika wa TV Nansana.
Makanika wa TV Nansana. Nansana kyabadde kitamu ku nominating ababaka.
Zambale Blessio Mukasa. Nominating zero tugenda waka olukuba MP. Sebo.
Kale sebo. Ebikujjuko wabadde mulareze yakubye. Oba wamurekeddeko. Kale sebo. Kale. Tuwe kifaananyi wo wasinzidde. Njagala nnyo yabaddeko ku rally, njagala nnyo yawerekeddeko ku mubaka, oba yabaddeko kubona adden abamu mitaje mpitiyo nga ndawa muyimiridde buyinzi ku mukubo nga mumulengera bulengezi bigenda mu maaso. Temwagala kubyetabamu naye nga muyimiridde mulengera bulengezi. Kale, nyongera okutegeeza nti kwe tuli ku YouTube, genda bugenzi ononye Excel Media, ojja kuba otufuna ono omuyimbi naye ndowooza nominations ku bubaka. Yes, erinnya njukiramu erinnya producer erinnya ly'omuyimbi ono ngenda kuba ate ndibawa manyi face simpya era nkimanyi nammwe mumanyi bulungi osobola okunzikizaako bulungi nominations. Yes, abayimbi nga muvuddeyo kubanga mubaako engeri gye muyingira mu nsonga eno kuba bwe ntunatunamu abayimbi abakanominatinga so far. Ngujeko ayagala okuwa president kwa naye yali muyimbi Walukaga, Chiyaga Hilary, Lutaya Geoffrey, nawe creatives banji. Kale oyo golengera ku screen yo ye convoy y'omukungu wa DF Democratic Front, Mathias Mpuga Nsamba, naye yanominatinze ku bubaka bwa Nyendo Mukungwe, agamba nti akyaliwo era akyali ku main. Tubenga tunyamyamu. Kale bw'okuba essimu kenda esooka oggyeko TV oba volume giteeke wansi tuleme kufuna feedback eyo otwongere okuba nga tunyumyamu ku biki bye mwalabye mu butundu byammwe mu nominations. Njongera okutegeeza nti olunaku lw'eggulo President Museveni yabadde mu Gulu City, if I remember very well, yabadde Gulu ng'agezaako okubanga atambuza campaign ze era ng'akyakunga abantu beeyo okulaba nga bamuwa akalulu West Nile n'ebitundu byeyo era nga bamuweera ddala akalulu. Yes, yabadde mu West eyo mu Gulu City era campaign ze yazitambuliza olunaku lw'eggulo. Manifesto ye NRM ekyatambulira ddala. Nyongera okutegeeza ggwe andaba nti government yonna eyitako katuba candidates 8 betulina buli anayitako okuwa president wa Uganda manifesto ye gye tugenda okutambuliramu katuwe 10 mu kumala manifesto ezino zikwata. Jakoti kama wange kale bw'okuba essimu nsaba Jakoti TV oba gisembere wala tulabeke nga tukwatagana kuba oba otuwa feedback naffe tetubadde tukuwulira bulungi. Sebo banyabo. Hello? Wanji nyabo. Onatya kubinga aline bibi. Tuyagala tubulira kifeeyo ewo. Kale damu kuba essimu tukusubiddwa. Naye bw'okuba essimu beera wantu nga wali calm nga tewali noise ate twongere okubanga tunyumyamu. Mbadde nkutegeeza ggwe ndaba ku Excel TV nti kikulu nnyo okumanya manifesto z'abakulembeze bano ba presidential candidates okusingira ddala. Kubanga ne MPs bana bali mu kunominatinga bagenda kutambulira mu manifesto z'aba presidents oba zeeyo government ne bayisemu wa president yena n'abayisemu n'ekibiina ekinaaba kiyisemu okugeza NRM bweddamu neewangula akalulu nga President Museveni yazeemu n'afuuka president mu 2026-2031. Manifesto z'abasigadde zonna zigenda kudda ebbali n'ez'ababaka ba parliament bennyini baba basuubiza nti agenda kukola enguudo oba agenda kukola ki oba agenda bazimbira enzizi oba agenda bakolera ki. Kyenkutegeeza nti manifesto zaabwe zisinga zidda bbali ne baadoptinga manifesto za gavumenti eyo eriko era buli kye bakola kyonna njagala bakategeeza kati kubanga gwalaba Excel TV ino kubanga obuuse ebintu bino ngo bitonotono bimanyi buli kye banaakola kyonna mu kisanja ekyo kye kiri mu nteekateeka ya gavumenti eyo eneebeefuga. NRM bwe bewangudde nkyogedde bagenda kutambulira ku manifesto y'NRM NUP wa National Unity Platform nga Robert Sentamu Kyagulanyi afuuse president era nga alese Uganda empya nga bwe bagitusuubiza kubanga ndaba bwe nominatinga bayina first of all kye bayita protest vote kyengenda okuyita omu ku bakungu ba National Unity Platform ndowooza ngenda kulonja kanso Musisi ono ono mubaka yenominatinze ku bubaka bwa Kira municipal ayongera okutunyonya protest vote kitegeeza ki era Munnayuganda olina ogitegeera mu ngeri ey'enjawulo nga kanso Musisi ono agitunyonyedde oba omukungu yenna gwe ndaba nfunye okuva mu National Unity Platform bo balina kye bayita protest vote. Abalala katugeze bo bawangudde bayina 11 point program ndozena remye na 10 point program mu summary ya National Unity Platform mu manifesto yabwe zili 11 points if I remember correctly musobola okunzikiza maba National Unity Platform oyinza kubanga kwolyo laba ngozijjukira bulungi but I remember summary yazo yali 11 points era ng'erimu ebintu bingi. National Unity Platform bwebanga bibawangudde nga Robert Sentamu Kyagulanyi president abasigadde ffenna ng'eggwanga abakulembeze bonna ku mitendera ejjawulo ng'otaddeko ne ku local government njogera okutandika ku LC5 district chairperson LC5 chairperson njogera ku mayors ab'ebitundu ebyenjawulo town councils ez'enjawulo divisions oba sub counties ez'enjawulo paka ku byalo tugenda kubatambula manifesto y'ekibiina ekyo ekinaba kiri mu buyinza mu bukulembeze oba Mugisha Muntu oba Mubaraka Munyagwa Wulsania ne Common Man's Party oba actually gulo namulabinga awerekeddeko Bijirwa general secretary w'ekibiina ekyo kya Common Man's Party ng'agenze kwesimba weeye Kamuli yes namulabinga Mubaraka Munyagwa president wa muwerekeddeko eyo yes abantu abangi abadde nominated kale mbadde nkutegeeza nti bagenda okubanga manifesto gye tutambuliramu kati wekumbi mu kumanya ginoonye yonna weeri manya hello sebo
jebali
kale sebo nawe jebali kunjogirako naani sebo
ogane Fadi
ye sebo Fadi osinziddewa
eno mu Kisembi Kasenge
kale Kasenge naye TV yo etuwa feedback kendeeza ku TV yo mukulu Fadi tuwuliziganye
kale
ani gwe walabye ya nominati nze ye wammwe mubaka kigo wasinze okulaba yabanyumidde muweye Kasenge Matovu Charles mukulu Fadi adduse kale bokuba alaba bokuba Vira TV yes Vira TV oba soko kendeze eddoboozi leka kwewulira ku TV kituufu oba oyiseemu abantu abasinga temukkiriza nti mbeera muyiseemu obeera oyiseemu kati soko olindeko kwewuliza oba otuwa feedback hello gyenyabo
jebaleko sebo
kale nnyabo naawe gyebaleko jogerako ni mpulani mukyalaani nabyerozi okubi okusinziira wa Namalumba kiri ludda wa Rose Kamuli district eno Bijirwa wagenda okwesimbawo obe wa mama Rebecca Kadaga Kadaga namulabye eggulo ya nominatinze wabagenzeyo ku Lareze wagenzeyo ku ya nominating idde bawo yayogeredde
nabaddeyo
biki ebyabaddeeyo sooka otuwe ekifaananyi kiki wasinze okunyumirwayo
bannaye twakubye nalenge ennyuma baaba era omukazi agenda kuyita mutereevu
mugenda kumuzayo mu parliament
alina okuddayo mateeka
kale tweyaziza Madam Rose okubanga owekamuli abakyala musheno nategeezebwako era nkimanyi bulungi nti abakyala bangi abalaba program eno naye singa kufuna amasimu g'abaami era Rose ndowooza olwaliro yakiikiridde abakyala munyukube tunyumyemu ku Excel Kumaliiri nammwe nkimanyi ebyobufuzi mubiraba era mubigoberera bulungi kubanga abakyala bangi kakano abeetabye mu politics bw'otunulira buli kyalo buli district erina omubaka omukyala buli kansala balina abakyala n'olwekyo temwedduka byabufuzi betunyumyemu ali kusimera sebo banyabo soko jeko TV yo sebo
kale
yesebo osinzidde
buwenge busoga buwenge eno
mukulani
bamuyita Kamagu Monica iye nga mutuuze wa Buweera kujinja nga ayagala kubeera mu Kagoma North omanyi yali afunye kaadi ne bamugimujjako ne bagiwa piisi kati ye ng'akoma ku bwa independence
gwewagira ye yakusanyusiza
wangi
nti gwewagira oyo yakusanyusiza
ye bagimujjako kaadi ya movement ne bagiwa piisi
mu primaries
kati ne bagamba nti obululu yabubba olw'ensonga nti naye abantu ab'eno kati baliwo bagamba nti kuba kati teyawagira Kadaga yawagira Anita Wamongo tebagala kumuwa kalu naye abantu abawansi balaba nti yalimu omulamwa.
Okay.
Yes.
Kale sebo wewe. Weyanziza. Naye kale sagadde mujja kono naye bwokuba TV bwokuba essimu Vira TV. Oba tuwa feedback ate abalabi abalala oba amatuyinza okubanga ono nali ku simu. Sebo banyabo. Bulungi sebo wasizotya sebo. Mkulani sebo.
Yogane mkuru Magoba Paulo. Yes, eranga nange sinzide mukamuli.
Abantu bebusoga mutwagadde Nexel TV mujagadde nnyo mwe bali kola program Kumaliiri.
Amina.
Warabye ne mubaka ya nominatinze wamwe gwasinze okwesunga oba mubaka we ya nominatinze.
Eranze mama Kadaga kwetufirako.
Namulabi ya nominatinze olunaku lw'eggulo n'ayogera n'ebigambo ebirungi awo ng'agamba akyaliwo nnyo era abantu bebusoga gwe mukyalinawo.
Tumusabira Katonda amunyigira obuluma abeere ogero maama waffe amanyi abanaku b'omu Busoga. Era nkufutana okutumirako kwange erimani wange lusinaaliri erikesika kabisanya balisaidisizaawo kamweri.
Kale tuyanziza yawe bali kutumira yisizaawo okutumira ku program tujja kuleka ndowooza eyo ndabye kutumira naye kale kasitoba yisizaawo abantu bompolampola abantu beka mulimwe bali kubanga mulaba I think Eastern tulina bakola mutuwa natera okuteekateekayo Eastern Kumaliiri tuwa nga ntambulako mu bitundu ebyenjawulo abagala okwegatta ku WhatsApp group yaffe nga muli mulaba Kumaliiri ngenja kuba mu mpaka message ku WhatsApp enamba gyengenda obbawa tongera okubateeka mu WhatsApp group yaffe twagala creating a family nga ya program eno tongera okubeera wamu n'okumanya ebigenda mu maaso bulijjo ali ku simu wangi nnyabo
Anayina ganga neze mukyala Marion.
Ye Marion osinziirawa?
Okusinziira Kamuli buza.
Olwaleero ndowooza ngenda kufuna abeekamuli bokka naye nga ne mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala nkakasiza ddala programu eno erabibwa abantu bangi ab'enjawulo. Olwaleero Eastern ndowooza bebasinze okweso okubanga naye mwe ab'ebitundu ebirala muli luddawa bwe mwarabye abakama be banominatingidde biki mwasinze okulaba yeffe betutaalabye kuba ffe tubawadde ekifaananyi nga bwe twabadde eno ngutegeeza nti babaka bangi banominatinze nga producer abadde abakulagaawo naddala mu Kampala wano bangi naye n'emikyana nabe omubaka Joyce baagala yanominatinze Buyo Mao omulengera Nobati Mao President General yanominatinze producer ndowooza bwe kiba tekikola bubi Nobati Mao ono ojja kumumpa ayogereko abantu bawulire ebigambo by'adda ayogera bwe kibanga kwe kusimbako abantu abantu bawulire Nobati Mao ono kuba yali atubuzabuzanga yena nga twebuuza neesimbawo teyeesimbe waneesimbawo teyeesimbewo producer
I was only approved as a candidate 2 days ago. That's when I was approved as a candidate. On Monday, that's when the appropriate organ of the party pronounced me as a candidate. And that's why I could not confirm earlier. But it has now happened. I'm grateful to the Democratic Party for trusting me. This is in the best interest of the party and in the best interest of the country. And fortunately, I am not a new person in this constituency. I am a sitting minister, but I'm ex-officio. It is important that I should put my roots where I'm from. When you are an ex-officio member of parliament, you are hanging in the
ladies
air.
And gentlemen,
but now I'm going to
let's have
and the most important thing,
Alice.
Virtually everybody here is supporting
Is she around?
Museveni. So some of the people who are contesting with
Not,
me
then we
are also supporting President Museveni. Now, I am a person appointed by President Museveni. So if their support for the president is sincere, they should support me.
There's a conversation that happened yesterday that we were in conversation with the NRM.
As per our booking, we are supposed to have Honorable Judith
The conversation can only be with
Is she around?
It cannot be between me and the NRM candidate. I think it is healthy for political parties to not waste human resources. All the candidates have a lot of things to do for the society. The incumbent MP also has a calling. I also have a calling, which is politics. The NRM candidate also has a calling. I am one of those who believe that we should really deploy all human resources appropriately. It is not good to waste human resources. Everybody who has decided to contest has a contribution to make. And whatever happens, it is important that the internal discussion inside the NRM is focused on ensuring that an authentic voice goes to Parliament.
Chairman, now there are people within your party that feel like you, even with your candidate. The person of Simon Okoro who had said interest in contesting the same constituency, the posters were out, you being nominated now as a DP candidate. To some of those people, what do you have to say?
When you join a political party, you must abide by the discipline.
Nobert Mao, President General or DP at the Mushimanyi maybe why cutting those of Abisatu, Babividi. Naye kale yono President General gutumanyi engeri yafuka President General kuddako bakulu kungana eyo no side ze Masaka sagala ko biddamu mwenna mwabiraba nabasinga abekibiina bennyini bagamba bannaye President atatukoza atya tulwanyisa mubbi wa kalulu bigambo bino byonjogera byabawagizi byange nga SBI TV awule ndoza abantu ngebigambo bibitambula nga mbimanyi nawe byenjogera mbimanyi bulungi engeri yabbamu akalulu okuddamu ne babyafutyankamu akalulu ne police n'amagye kakate mukwamawo gye yamuwa obuyinza bwayagala okulwanyisa ate naye akola bintu nga bifaanaganako ng'ebyo kale naye kati asazeewo okwesimbawo kubaka pa parliament era akakasiza ddala nti nga ex-official kuba minister beera ex-official mu parliament ex-official mwaba tukitegeera okubanga osobola okujja n'oteesa naye tokuba kalulu so okkirizibwa okuteesa naye tolonda okkirizibwa okujja n'otuula awantu n'owuliriza ebirowoozo n'omala n'oyinza okuwaayo n'endowooza yoba n'ogaidinga oba oyinza okuwaayo amagezi naye we batuuka kukulonda ntakatugeze ababaka balonda nti bagikwateko bati bagikwatako kati baminisita tebalonda nedda wabula ebigenda mu maaso mu parliament bali nkwanga abimanyi bakkiriza okuba nga batuusaamu n'oluusi ne bajja ne babuuzibwa ebibuuzo ne babiddamu eri parliament naye bikituuka kukulonda tebalonda kale byebyo ninze kale sebo banyabo hello nyabo allo
Nze mukyala Mario nindize
ye mukyala Marion okubotya
okusinzi okuva Kamuli Buzaaya Nzoluyo lwange ndikonalera Elizabeth nga Musumba kubono kuba muzaale gwe tusindike yesera kyatukoleire aye kati twekweyinusa lwaki twatola yeyisa Musumba ono yayikwekolera bitye ng'omuntu aye omutima gukola gwenganiro lwaki twatola yeyisa nga Musumba
aye kale tweyanziza Mario ndio Kamuli kuba nti abuuza nti ndoze mbaka aliyo balina gwe bajeni bateekayo omulala naye aliyo akola bibye talina kya ndooza agamba talina bw'abayambi simanyi bulungi abali ekamuli musobola okututegeezaako kale tukyali mu kasession kakubanga tuwuliza tukwata ku masimu gammwe nga bwe tunyumyamukwe bulira ekitundu w'osinziira n'ekyewalabye mu kunominatinga ababaka bano sebo banyabo sebo wasuza otya bulungi sebo munjogerako ne mwami ani eri okubiddewa
oyogerako ne mwami twaliddaagala nsuwa ne mukono
ab'emukono ani yanominatinze ewammwe
beti bakireke na mbuuzo
kiki
yeyatukoze Nambozi yatuwadde essanyu oyo mubaka waffe wa nsonga
ng'oyogeza ssanyu lingi nakubanga oli musanyufu kiki ekyabadde njawulo
ndi musanyufu nnyo kuba Nambozi teyakuze yatubuuzizza paaka ekyaliwo nti ye
naye Nambozi omulabye emyaka 15 akusanyusaako ki kati kendeza TV yosebo
katigira tumulekayo kuba yoyamu ebintu nebitereera
kale sebo Anifa tamutwalaganye na Bukeera
abo bakongojja bukongozi
kale sebo oyo wa Mukono municipal ewa omubaka Nambozi bakireke Betty Nambozi bakireke musomesa madamu teacher agamba tugira tumulekayo agira akyakola oyo waiswa Alex Mufumbiro yanominatinze ku bubaka bwa Nakawa East yaddenga musibe ali mukomera nakutegeeza nti akiikiriddwa mubaka aliko kati wa Nakawa East Subuga bali mwezo era yabadde mu kuteekateeka okulaba nga bamuza ku era nominated yes kale ngenda kuwumulamuko katono essaawa engeri gyeziweze ebbiri mwebale nnyo endowooza yammwe n'okutuwa ab'ekamuli mbeebaza nnyo mu Eastern mwebale Kamuli Jinja Iganga Bugiri Buyende oluguudo lwonna okutandikira Buyikwe Lugazi mwebale nnyo kubanga waliwo awo akafaawo nga tetunnatuuka ku bridge Mbiko yes abantu b'Mbiko mwenna Eastern eyo mbagala nnyo mwebale kubanga mulizo okuyita mu paka Busia Tororo Serere Palisa Mbale mwenna mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala kubanga mulaba kale ngenda kuwumulamuko katono seshimbe tugenda kwogera ku nsonga z'abasomesa okubanga lwaki bali tebagenda bibiina naye bantegeeza nti industrial action yaabwe yawedde yonatu luli yarangirira last week this week on Monday yes barangirira Friday or this week on Monday industrial action yaabwe ne bagijjako naye n'ekitongole kya technical UTV2 nakyo kyalangiridde olunaku lwokubiri bafuna conference ne first lady wa minister of education kati nibagamba nti industrial action nalabe nti bagamba bagikolinze off twagala kutegeera biki bibakanyizaako ne minister na biki kati bagenda okuzzaako in case bibakanyizaako nga tebikoleddwa abakungu batuuse edda mu kizimbe kyolina okukola tuva ku Excel TV funa penniyo n'olupapula nkomawo mu bwangu ddala tube nga tweyongerayo mu maaso n'abakungu okuva mu UTV.
AHI Uganda brings you the Mercy Day. Be the reason for people to smile on the 29th of November 2025 at Chiwanga Umeya Primary School in Chiwanga from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. First will be a band marching at exactly 7 a.m. from the offices up to the venue with the UPDF band. Be part of this great exercise. Donate in cash or in kind. Activities will include blood donation and free medical services, free car and boda wash, food donations, scholastic materials, clothing and beddings donation, free Bible distribution, and many more. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Don't miss. Invite a friend.
Mukama yebazibwe mikwano gyaffe mwenna abalaba Excel TV mbaaniriza ennaku z'omwezi nga 26 omwezi guno gwennyini ogwa Oktoba. Tugenda kubeera wano ku Kireka Miracle Center we tulina concert etuumiddwa emirembe girimu Yesu. Mujje tunyumirwe abayimbi bangi nnyo abamperekeddeko be tugenda okubeera nabo ku lunaku olwo. Mujje tuwagire omulimu gwa Mukama nga tugula ettaka eri ekkanisa erya God's Empowerment Worship Center e Bukerere. Tugenda kuyingirira sente 15 mutwalo 5. Jangu ne munno, jangu ne muganda wo tunyumirwe essaawa 9 zennyini nga tutandise lukoba ku lukoba. Mukama bw'omukisa tubalinze.
Labana yamani yali kabaka naye talina mirembe.
The moment is nearing. Uganda's oil future is no longer distant. We've hit the milestone. The Kingfisher project is 70% complete. The regional getaway, ECOP, stands at 65% progress. Are Ugandans truly benefiting? The numbers are in $2.2 billion awarded to local companies. Over 89% of direct jobs held at nationals. Discover how the oil sector is oiling the backbone of Uganda's economy, driving growth in agriculture and manufacturing. Read the essential debate on national strategy, why Uganda needs energy security before climate ambition, the leadership story that turns CPGs into success. Don't miss the full story in Volume 4, Issue 2 of the POW External Newsletter. Download your copy today.
Tosuwa ku Excel TV.
Mukama febazibwe banyabo ne basebo mwe mwenna abalabi ba Excel TV. Amanya gange nze Musumba David Gobi okuva mu kanisa ya Kireka Miracle Center. Okuyita ku mpewo za Excel TV omukutu gw'abanaggwano tubatuusako program omukkiriza awamu n'omusumba we. Eyo program eno ebeerawo okuva ku nnaku olw'Emmande okutuusa ku nnaku olw'Okutaano. Okuva ku ssaawa 10 okutuusa ku ssaawa 11 ez'akawungeezi. Tugenda kubaleetera abasumba ab'enjawulo abawangudde mu nsi muno, abalina bayiseemu, abalina obujulizi. Beerako obulamu bwo bugenda kuzimbibwa era tojja kusigala nate kyekimu. Mukama abawe omukisa.
My name is Bubu. I'm the CEO of Pelu Stores at Junction Mall Kireka. We deal in laptop bags, travel bags, sleigh bags, school bags, and all these bags, suitcases. So if you're looking at any type of a bag that you'd like to go and have your time or pack your things very well, comfortably, go on a journey or send your kids to school, I am here to give you those nice bags. So come through today at Junction Mall Kireka, shop number D40, and I'll be able to have you guys. And of course, I am on social media at Pelu Stores on TikTok and Bubu on all other platforms. You can reach me out on 0703 6156 and 58. Thank you.
Tosuwa ku Excel TV.
Abaye bafa balungi aba Excel TV mbanjulira programu ennungi eyitibwa Kampala Metropolitan. Nga programu eno tugenda kubanga tukyaza bannabyabufuzi okuviira ddala ku b'ebyalo. Tugenda baleetera ba LC chairperson bamwe, tugenda baleetera ba kansala bamwe, tugenda baleetera ba meeya, era tugenda kuba tuteesa ku bintu ebiruma omuntu wa wansi mu district zonna ezigwa mu Kampala Metropolitan. Tugenda kuba tujja ne mu bitundu byammwe mutubuulire ebibaluma bisobole okuteesebwako Programu eno egenda kuba ebatuusibwako buli lwa 6 ssaawa 6 paka ssaawa 8. Temusubwa mulindirire nange Sarah Kirabo. Excel TV tukyusa bulamu.
Kale nkwaniriza kulikayo mu bulango bwa bakama baffe nze Enoth Mutungi nkyaliwo kubanga nkutambuza mu program Kumaliiri saawe n'eyokubiri tutera nnyo okunyumya ku nsonga ezikyusa obulamu oba n'ebyo akiriste ekimu oba ebibiri ebisobola okuzimba obulamu bwo oba okuyigiriza kale nobaako kyoyongera okufuna mu program eno. Saawa esooka twogera nnyo ku byabufuzi na biki ebiri mu kitundu kyo ensonga tufunyeyo amasimu bebaza kubanga mugoberera n'okolwa executive Kumaliiri. Bentudde nabo olwaleero mu studios bebakungu okuva mu UTV2 ye Uganda Technical and Vocational Trainers Union. Yes, I got that one right. Era ntudde wano okumpi mu white golengera ne black ye chairperson wa union eno ye mukulu Okelo Jude. Ate ntudde golengera mu court yawo ya blue olwaleero ndowooza nasaze okwagira mu PFF wetudda mu politics naye kale politics mwesonyiwe politics mwesonyiwe nsagambu sazi ye mukulu Payson Muhanji ye secretary w'abavubuka youth secretary affairs mu UTV2. Kale tugenda kuba tunyumya ku nsonga jukira nti mabegeka abasomesa abadde bekalakasa n'okulaba nga tebagenda kuyigiriza baana ne ba trainers bano nga bagenda okutunnyonnyola era nakyazako mukulu Judy wano Sentebe ng'atunnyonnyola lwaki bali bekalakasa. Naye last week on Friday 17th they had a meeting with the First Lady or the Minister of Education and other stakeholders bagenda tuyisa kyabadde kitya with their meetings, because it is after that on Tuesday I saw them having a delegates conference where we're voting bane bakanya bane basalawo nti industrial action by calling off. Some were suggesting you suspend, others were saying you call off. These two words are different. So calling off is jijako completely. Then suspending is for a period of time. Kale abakungu bano bagenda kuba tutambulira mu nsonga ezo naye tugenda kubeera tuyongera okuyiga unions zino zirina bulungi ki oba kirungi ki ekiri mu unions zino, or how important or how what are the importance of these unions and how important would it be for someone to join a union. These are things we're going to be discussing today. But first, let them say hello and we can start from there. Mr. Chair, please, hello to our dear viewers.
Okay, thank you so much, Bwana Eno, and I thank the viewers who are really ensuring that this station is moving on, and I also thank the management for hosting us today.
Okay.
Once again.
Thank you, Mr. Jude. Mr. Payson.
Brother, the host, Brother Eno. It's a privilege to meet here at this moment. And to our viewers outside there, thank you for making XL TV your number one choice. And we are here to teach or to make the world outside learn what is really existing under trade unions and how important they are. You know, they say that knowledge is power. So to me, I believe that instead of someone giving you money, you better be taught on how to make money.
Okay.
So here we are to equip you with knowledge. Thank you.
Okay. He said something very important, Mr. Payson. I said he's the youth secretary for youth affairs under this union, and he came right with the chairperson. So first, Mr. Chair, brief us about what happened or transpired on 17th with the minister.
Okay, thank you. And I think before we met the minister, I was here one time, and I informed you that we had made several engagements, and these engagements, all these people were appealing to us to call off our industrial action, and we insisted not to call it off.
Okay.
The reason being, I told you we could not just base on hearsays and just verbal ones, verbal
promises or promises.
Commitments. We wanted something that is tangible, something that is formal in a writing that can really prove that really these people are willing and committed to our demands. I think since then we have not received anything, but we happened to maneuver and we met the First Lady. Two of us were in attendance. I mean, two of us meant with the two unions. That was UNATO and UTV2. We met the First Lady and we interacted with her. Amidst all those who were in attendance, we had even the right honorable deputy speaker.
Thomas Tayewa
was present. Our state minister for education, Mr. Muyingo, the state minister for public service, Madam Mary Mugasa. Our workers, members of parliament were present, and of course the executive of the NOTU, which federation we are affiliated to.
NOTU.
Yeah, NOTU, that is National Organization of Trade Unions.
That is the one for Mr. Owere?
It is why is the former chair.
Is the former chairperson?
Former chairman general.
The chairman general right now is Mr. Brother Okelo Musa.
Oh, okay. I actually remember Owere. Yes.
Owere was then.
Okay.
So we handed over to Musa.
Okay, I think I will need to look for Mr. Musa. We need to be friends with him. Yes, so what happened, yes, after meeting all these stakeholders, what did they promise you? Or how did you come to, what did you agree upon?
So during that conversation with the First Lady, we of course requested for that formal commitment. We also of course issued out some of these issues to her. Mind you, some of these issues that we always talk about here, others may not reach these people.
Yes.
You know, there are guys around here.
Blockers.
Who try to block whatever we want.
No.
But I think having that opportunity, that avenue of meeting her was enough for us to prove that our issues had reached the right person. And I believe, being a woman of good morals, who understands the plight of teachers and the trainers in this nation. She's a mother. She's a teacher as well. I think she's going to work on that.
What did she promise?
So her promise was, of course, to continuously engage with us,
Mm.
and she, of course, appealed to us to call off industrial action since others had called off.
Mm.
And she has also promised to have a detailed, constructive meeting with us as the leaders of UTV2.
Okay,
so
I had.
We can work out on these issues and they can be dealt with once and for all.
Okay, before I go to Mr. Payton, I heard that it is only one that all the stakeholders have no problem, but there is only one ministry that is bringing a problem. How true is that?
Service. Yeah, that's the Ministry of Public Service.
What has it done wrong?
Of course, they are the ones who are causing a lot of trouble, especially in our issues. Let alone the others that we.
The UNATU and the rest.
Yeah, we're not here to talk about issues of UNATU.
Let's talk about UTV2.
I told you most of our issues are administrative.
Yes.
You know, the reclassification of our friends in fashion and design and the adamant saying or the deliberate failure to work on our friends in the workshop technician assistants, it's all being brought about by public service. We don't know the problem within. We don't know the secret behind whatever they are doing. We don't know who is behind everything. But they are the people who are adamantly refusing to agree with what others are.
Mr. Chair, you had the representative from public service in that meeting. Madam, remind me the name.
Mary Mugasa.
Yes, Mary Mugasa. What did she say? Maybe let me hear this one from. They might say, Chair, you have your issues. Let me hear this from Mr. Payton. What does Mary Mugasa say about what is causing public service to defy the presidential directives and all other ministry directives?
Thank you, Brother Enoch. I think on this, when we met Honorable the First Lady, we had Honorable the State Minister for Ministry of Public Service, Honorable Mary Mugasa. And in her submission, she told the First Lady we met, which is true that we met.
You had met before?
Yes.
With her
we had
and
met,
the public service?
Honorable Mary Mugasa, who chaired the meeting by then, together with the permanent secretary, then other commissioners.
Okay.
Then still we had a representative from the Ministry of Education who was representing the PS, Ministry of Education. And in that very meeting, we had a meeting before at the Ministry of Education where we sat with the commissioners of Human Resource, Ministry of Education, then together with the representatives from TVET. That was the genesis of all these issues, where we had to sit and discuss why is there reclassification. Then from there, we were tasked, the union, together with the TVET subsector, which is under Ministry of Education, go and make a justification to prove that really this tailoring and garment design is a science course. We went together with the Assistant Commissioner, Dr. Editurya Temba. We sat down and looked at all the necessary research to justify that really fashion and design is a science course, which was our simple task. We went, took it together to the PS, Minister of Education. She approved it, ready for submission to the Minister of Public Service, of which we did. We did it in that very meeting, the one which I talked about, where Honorable Mary Mugasa was the chairperson of that very meeting. And on submitting that justification, you know, there are these people who are not technocrats when it comes to technical issues. So we submitted, and the commissioners also started bringing their suggestions, but they could not defend to win the other justification. So we agreed on the action points, and among the ones that we agreed upon was that the Ministry of Public Service was to make a clear communication, which was supposed to be formal, to the union, guiding on how we are going to handle these matters rather than going into industrial action. That was before even this, before the start of industrial action.
We're looking at the industrial action had taken 37 days.
It commenced on 15th September and it moved up to Friday 21st October. So upon waiting, and
Friday last week was 17th actually.
It was, I think, 21st. Okay.
Yes, 17th Friday, yes. So it was a whole month down the road.
It was a whole month down the road.
Beyond, okay.
We called it off on 21st. That is why I was referring to 21st.
Oh, okay. That is this week on Tuesday, yes.
Now, when we waited and there was no response by the Ministry of Public Service, remember we had already handed in a letter, an intention to go on industrial action. And we could not withdraw because we had not reached a resolution. And I believe the reason to why we had to enter into these dialogues was to ensure that we come to a common ground. So after us, the union and the ministry failing to come onto a common ground, we had to kick off with an industrial action because there was no any other option. Because what really made us to enter too much into industrial action was, instead of them communicating the modalities which we had agreed as the action points, instead they sent a letter threatening why we should not go into industrial action, stating that we had not exhausted the negotiations machinery act, whereby the last step should be that after exhausting all measures in the negotiations machinery act, then you are supposed to get a letter from the chairperson of the negotiating council to allow you to go on to industrial action. But on this note, this is
just a minute, dear viewers. I understand you might want to participate, but for now we might not accept calls. I see you see some people calling. I don't know whether you want to contribute, but we'll have calls maybe at a later stage. Continue.
On this note, this is by the time we submitted in the intention to go on industrial action, which was I think in May, the committee for the machinery was not in place. It came into existence on 20th June, whereby the period had moved almost a half. So they were like, you have not exhausted the what? The negotiations machinery act. But you cannot negotiate when there is no committee, the chairperson they were referring to. We said this one kicks them out as number one. Then we entered the industrial action. After moving, we were not caught. We moved.
You continue in your action, and no one was bothered.
And there was no response from the Ministry of Public Service completely. So, I think later they realized something is going out of hand. That is when we were invited by the Honorable, retired Honorable, the Speaker of Parliament, and we were guided that we can submit in our petition.
The retired one, you mean who? Rebecca Kadaga?
Retired Honorable, the Right Honorable.
Oh, okay. The Right Honorable. Yeah. Yes.
Right Honorable.
Anita Mong.
We went, submitted our petition. In fact, I remember on that day, it was Uganda Technical and Vocational Trainers Union, it was UNATU, then Uganda Local Government Workers.
Yes, I saw Youth General Secretary Norbert representing you.
We were there, all of us.
You were there, all of you?
Yes,
I have his picture.
Him.
He shares with me things that are updated.
So when we went, we submitted the petition, and the Speaker committed herself that she was to refer the matter to the committees responsible, that they had gone for a recess, but she was to call them immediately, of which she did. But she promised that she's going to give us a formal communication. We waited. After some few days, she issued a formal communication to UNATU and didn't issue a formal communication to Uganda Technical and Vocational Trainers Union. So we said, for us, I think we have no basis on why we should call off the industrial action. Upon receiving UNATU called off.
Yes, that is last week.
Yes.
I think last
They
week
called
around
off,
Monday.
I think it was on Thursday.
Last week.
It was on Thursday last week, before the meeting that we had at State
Yes,
House.
that's why I called the chair asking him. I see you not to
Has
has
called
called
off.
off.
Yes.
How far we
Yes.
are with YouTube? Yes.
Definitely, we couldn't sit and say we are calling it off, because we couldn't rely on those verbal promises.
Okay.
Sometimes when someone tells you something and you don't have a record, then tomorrow there is no way you can come out and say there is ABCD.
Okay, let's summarize on how the process has been moving like that, but now we look like we have a green light. Let's talk to Mr. Chair. Let's talk to all the trainers that have been in an industrial action. What good news do you have for them?
The trainers out there. One, we must understand that for a long period of time, Tibet had not been fully recognized.
TVET, you're talking about that body under the Ministry of
Exactly,
Education.
that's something
Yes,
that been
yes.
recognized. But through this union, I see a lot of achievements that have been done. So that one we must first of all kill up for ourselves wherever we are. And two, we have reached a point where we feel our negotiations have been successful. And I believe the First Lady, together with the other relevant ministries that are helping us, and our mother ministry, Ministry of Education and Sports, they are going to help us, and we are going to achieve.
Okay.
So let them be reassured. Because now, for me, okay, one of the questions that I always ask myself, and even at the time I even asked you also here, one time I asked people, who gives public service the information and advises them that please ABCD is not supposed to be done like this, even after the technical people have advised?
I think by now that you made you've been in meetings with them, you must be having the answer.
We have given the justifications. And just recently, even before we called off this industrial action, our permanent secretary, Minister of Education and Sports, still wrote requesting the permanent secretary for public service to denounce her communications that she had made earlier, to reclassify these people.
But until today,
I think that that means these are the technical people who know what fashion and design is and what it means in this country.
Okay.
But where is public service adamant? Where are they adamant? And where are they getting the information? That is my question. If other ministries are now supporting us, because they know. Labor is aware. Education is aware. Other people, yes, they are like, this is it. And I believe very soon, the Committee of Parliament, the Committee of Education in Parliament, they are soon going to invite us, and we shall also go and we give justifications. The very justifications that you have been giving out to people, that the ones we are going to make these people of Parliament aware, because these are politicians. They may not be knowing anything. They are not technical people.
Technically.
Yes.
But there are also politicians who are educationists, so they might know some of the things.
And sometimes I don't always believe, and that's why I failed to give the Right Honorable Speaker benefit of doubt immediately, without even any formal communication, since she had accepted to write to us and she did not write. So we couldn't call it off. Because with the politics, you have to be very careful. Someone might use a political language, and then afterwards, what evidence will you give in case you are moving forward?
Okay. Now, are trainers back to classrooms?
Immediately. Yes. They went, most of them reported yesterday. And what I have to assure you is, most of these trainers have been in institutions and just waiting for our call for them to start. Yeah. Those who are away from very far, they traveled, they've just been staying in their quarters, just waiting for our declaration.
I want to see how, Mr. Payson, how does the communication flow from where you held the delegations and the delegates conference? Because I saw about not beyond 50 people around, if I might estimate very well, you might correct me. How then does information move to the brand person? How do you move information?
Thank you so much. The less than the 50 people you are talking about,
Is it true we were less than 50?
Yes, we are less than 50. This one is a National Delegates Conference.
38 members.
Which is comprised of 38 members. This includes the 15 NEC members and the 23 branch representatives.
Okay.
These branch representatives come from the institution representatives. What does it imply? If someone is from a branch level, and
let's say Ruwero, I say lady from Ruwero.
Yes. Now, that one is representing South of Uganda.
Okay.
If she goes, she sits on the committee of that very branch. That very branch is comprised of members from the same locality.
Okay.
And those are the ones to take information back to the institutions.
Okay.
That's how the information flow, like from where we were seated at Nikan back to the lower level.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I get the point now. Is it important for someone to be part of the union? Is it important? Okay, let's start by what is a union and what does it imprise for someone? Because we might be here talking of a union and some viewers really have no idea.
Wow.
Yes.
What is a union?
It's just like a primary question.
It
They
is
used
like
to ask
a
us what
primary
is.
question.
Yes.
You know, there is National Constitution, Article 29, Clause 1E. It states it very clearly that every worker has a right to organize, form, and join any trade union of their choice. Still, Article 40, Clause 3B, it's very clear that it's the right of every employee to join, form, and organize in any union or political party of their choice. Now, the question comes, what is a union? This is an organization which is formed by members from various professions or a similar profession who come together to form an organization which is funded by themselves, managed by themselves, with the common agenda of protecting their rights and interests.
You put it right. Let's go straight to it and its importance. How important is it for someone to be part of this union? Wow. And maybe Chia then will tell us who is eligible to be part of this union. Okay. Yes.
How important is it? One, the government. The law is very clear. The government does not negotiate with individuals. The government does not negotiate with associations. It can only and only enter into negotiations with a union. The law is very clear. Now, if let's say me as a person, I have an issue at work, I cannot say that I'm going to sue government. Yes, I will sue. But the attention that the government will give me is not similar to the attention that will be given to a union. Because a union brings out a collective voice. It is representing a variety or a group of people rather than representing an individual.
Yeah.
For example, Uganda Technical and Vocational Trainers Union represents lecturers from Uganda Technical Colleges, trainers from vocational training institutions, trainers from skills development centers. These are the technical schools and community polytechnics from private and government sector.
Okay.
Government is public. So, what does it imply? If someone maybe was there and is not maybe belonging to Uganda Technical and Vocational Trainers Union, for example, we saw the reclassification of the fashion and design. Some people's salaries have been put down, brought from 4M, now someone is brought 1.2. And this is a person who is having salaries, the salary loans which are running. You find that a loan takes half of the salary. So the implication is that if now it has been brought from the 4 back to 1.2, even the money that is remaining there cannot cover the part of the
loan.
What does it imply? How are you going to live? The reason to why these salaries are not cut beyond a half is that you also have your personal issues to cater for. Some of us are not landlords here in Kampala. What does it imply? I have to pay rent, I have to eat, and I have to put on. Don't look at me being smart. I must be having some money.
Yeah.
So if that money is cut off completely, then you are going to live a miserable life. And it is only through a union that you can claim for your rights, that you can enter into collective bargaining with government. It is a union that will effectively represent these employees, the workers at different levels. It is their center where they will come and say, now for us, we are here, we are having ABCD issues, and it is only through this that we can reach out to the government. Of recent, on Friday, when you saw us meeting the First Lady, we couldn't meet her as individuals. No.
It was very hard.
It was very hard. It is
actually so hard.
It is completely impossible for you as an individual to say that you want to meet the president, that you want to meet the First Lady, that you want to meet a minister on ABCD issues. But it is only and only through a union that you will have a chance to enter into negotiations with the government, and you will be given maximum attention. Then, for example, at the workplaces, we have disputes.
Yes, wrangles here and there.
Wrangles here and there. A worker is being mistreated by his
bosses.
By the bosses. A lady is being
harassed
at the place of work. How do we settle these issues? It is through these trade unions. Trade unions, I have told you, have a collective voice. And if a trade union comes out and say no to this, an employer will not come and say, I have to wait. No. Because a union speaks on behalf of the many. So you as a single employer, you can't come out and say, I can't do this. By the law, and even if you are to look at these developed countries, employees are the backbones of the economy.
Yeah, that's true.
If an employee is not motivated, if an employee is working under abnormal conditions, those unsafe conditions at the workplaces, like you saw this Occupation and Safety Act 2006 highlights it very clear that every worker deserves a safe and healthy working condition.
Thank you so much, Mr. Payson. Mr. Chair, it looks like union has so many good things. But I asked you this and I want to ask again. You agree with me that so many people are not part of the union? So many trainers. Maybe let's start from what criteria is there for someone to join the union and who is eligible?
One, the first and most important person who is eligible to join a union is a registered trainer. When you are an instructor registered by the Ministry of Education and Sports, that means you must have undergone a training. Okay?
Yeah.
There, first of all, you qualify to join the union.
That is the number one qualification.
Yeah, our union represents those in public and those who are in private. And we also have lecturers in Uganda Technical Colleges. We have lecturers in Uganda Colleges of Commerce. Those in Petroleum, the Petroleum Institute in Kiriandongo, the Meteorological institutes, and even the tutors in medical institutions. They all qualify to be members of this union.
But the question, the crucial thing is that you must be registered with the Ministry of Education.
Yes, you must be registered with the Ministry of Education that you are an instructor. And then we also have, on the other side, we have people, that's why we call ourselves trainers, okay? Because we have got what we call workshop technicians and workshop assistants. Not all of them have undergone
training,
okay? Training of being a teacher or an instructor. Some of them have just acquired their qualifications in areas of specialty, like someone has a diploma in an engineering course, can qualify to be workshop technician. Okay, one who has got qualifications in craftsmanship can qualify to be a workshop assistant. But all of these people, when they are in these institutions, they do the training.
Okay.
So they train these learners, and all of them qualify to be under our union.
Okay. It looks like your union caters for so many people. Maybe in total, how many so far do you have?
Actually, one of the things that make us a little bit unique from other unions is that for us, we are engulfing both public and private. But some other unions have specifications. If they are for private, they are for private. If they are for public, they are for public. But for us, we are like, let us move together, because what affects someone who is in private is equally what affects someone who is in public.
What avenues do you have? How do you reach to these trainers? Someone just gives you a call, someone just comes to your offices?
We follow the criteria. One, like he explained very well, we have got representatives in different institutions. Okay? And here at the secretariat, we have forms. We have documents that one is supposed to attend to. We have what we call the members register. You must register in that register. You must append your name there and sign. Then there's what we call an individual consent form, individual membership form, where you accept by yourself that you are ready to be a member and also to subscribe to Uganda Technical and Vocational Trainers Union. Mr.
Payton said that these are institutions that are union. This is where members, a union is where you're taking on everything, including sponsoring the union. Are these members required to be paying monthly, annually subscriptions or something?
Yes, by the law, it's very clear. There is that check-off. By the law, if you are a member of the union, you're supposed to be subscribing. It ranges from 1 to 2% of your monthly salary.
1 to 2%?
Yes, you subscribe it to the union. In fact, that is one of the reasons you were asking, why is it that some people feel like joining unions is not good? Because unions collect some money in form of union dues.
Okay.
Now someone feels like, for example, if I'm getting 4M, I look at my 40,000 every month for the time I don't know. Because when you enter the union, then you remain a member as long as you are subscribing.
So if I'm getting 200,000, I have to give you 2,000?
If you are getting 200,000, you subscribe 2,000.
It depends on the percentage that the union has.
For example, now
okay.
Uganda Technical and
But it is usually between 1 to 2%.
Yes,
usually.
it is between 1 to 2.
So for you,
for
one
us,
is
it's
1% so far.
Yes.
Okay.
So someone looks at that money and is like, you see, no, the union is taking a lot from me.
And they are not giving me anything in return.
Most of the people
think so.
But I can assure you that the union is very, very much important than any other person. 2, people don't like working with unions or under unions because unions go on strike, like we did. And you have no right to come and say...
I was here pinning chair the other time he visited us here, that you're letting our children suffer for your personal interest.
It's
because
within
you want...
the law. It's a right of every worker to withdraw labor. It's legally binding. And you have no right to maybe go and you crucify me. No. It's within the law. Then 2, people feel like the union.
I think someone wants to say something to you. I want to give you a call or two. Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Moses Kaziba calling from Kuya Makawa.
Yes, Mr. Moses. You want to say something about the industrial action?
Yes, I want to say something about these industrial actions which have become political.
They have become political.
Yes, you see. If you were serious and you were not political, you have not gone political. Why didn't you go for industrial action during these first semesters of first term. You wait in the third term or in the last semester, then you go for industrial action.
Okay.
What is the logic behind? When the students, when the pupils are losing, they're going to lose. That means, because of politics, you want to use that politics. Because they will say, you said, no, our children are going to lose, let us do A, B, C, D. For us, we expected that if they were to go for, especially for industrial action, they should have gone during the first term.
Okay. So
they refuse to go to the classroom.
Okay.
We wait to see the government whether it will allow them to go to even the second term.
Okay.
But you wait in the last, someone failing to do senior for exam. That means all the 13 years are gone. The 11 years are gone of schooling. Someone in senior 6, it means all those years, the 13 years are gone. Because once you fail to do senior 4, it means you as if you have never been going to senior to P1.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kaziba.
That is what it means. So, you need also to be serious.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Kaziba. Sorry to cut you short, but because of time. Okay, we'll be receiving 1 or 2 more calls in case you want to say something about abasomeso kwekalakasa or this industrial action. Gwe nga muzadde ebo omulizi ogiraba otya ate ebirungi olowooza unions zino zirimu ebirungi. We'll continue. Maybe you can start from the let's hear first respond to this and then we'll have a few minutes to conclude now.
Okay,
Mr. Kaziba is not happy with what you people are doing.
Mr. Kaziba is not happy, and he's also having his own opinion.
Why didn't you do first term?
His own version.
All holidays.
Yeah. So what I don't know. I can't. There is something that we need to understand. You see, for that, this industrial action, by the way, I'm one person who has always told my members that in our organization, the union that we have formed, industrial action should not be the result. Okay? But you see, what compels someone to go in an industrial action is the question that we should be asking ourselves, all of us. Before this industrial action takes place by law, like he was trying to explain, you must have exhausted all the machinery.
You've tried all the things, negotiations
have failed.
You have also looked at, measured the impact you're going to make on these people who are going affected.
Before the parent out there begins blaming us and saying that we are political, let him also look at the stakeholders who are supposed to work on these issues that we raised. Why did they wait until we went into industrial action? That should be the question.
Okay.
Because you know when you are making judgments, I've always advised people that never let one side of the coin unturned.
Okay.
You don't also look at the other aspect of it. We gave these people a notice 90 days before. Okay? And even after the 90 days, we still held off before we started off with what? Industrial action.
Okay. Waiting for their what?
For their response. And they failed.
Okay.
Like I've told you, this people are just adamant.
Okay.
Now, what did you expect us? And then three. Our curriculum right now, in our curriculum guide, it demands that these learners sit for exams. Ours is not like the so-called O-level and the A-level where you sit.
That someone will miss and they have missed. Yes.
But for us, we sit for these exams every year, and we sit twice in a year.
Okay.
Last time we sat, we had the students who sat exams, and this time we again having the students sitting for exams.
Okay. Hello.
Yes, what we are saying. Okay, you gave 90 days. You could have maybe just this 90 days goes at the beginning. Not at the end, when people are going to sit for the exam. This is what we are saying. And I'm not meaning you alone. Even those who I talked about unite, because senior for P7, they have not been studying, and they are supposed to go for exams. Even you, okay, was saying, they have changed what. Why we say it is political? The way you trying it, it was political. This is what we are saying.
Okay. Mr. Kaziba says his issue is the timing.
No, well, let me just respond.
Let me first put this clear. Mr. Kazibu's thinking is because you've done this, the industrial action, because not third term is not the issue. His issue is we are into this campaign, political season, and he thinks maybe you want to politically.
No, like I said, we issued it in 90 days. Okay, if these people thought it was political, why couldn't they negotiate? Why couldn't they call us for negotiations before
things go out of hand?
Yes, and then too, Mr. Kaziba must also understand that when for us we are trainers. There are times when there are some trainees who feel relaxed during these normal days. Okay. But you tell them that you are going to have a test. You will see everyone very seriously reading books, preparing for the what? For the test. Now, if we kept on saying here, let us wait until it is time for exams, then that's when we should begin testing these people. Then it will not happen. So we also have to we have to look for that point. Muganda says okwata wachi awaluma okufuna chobo oyagala.
Okay, ndoza Mr. Kaziba okifunye bulungi ashikiddemu Mr. Chair is Mr. Okelo naye ayagadde kigambo mu Luganda Segere. This is not a political union, I want to say. It's not a political party.
Brother Mutunji, I wanted to make it clear to Mr. Kazibwe that a union is an independent entity. It is non-partisan. What am I trying to say on this is that we are not looking at politics. For example, if a challenge is to come in a home, it doesn't wait for you to have money and it comes. No, it can come at any time.
Good.
So for us, the challenge, when the challenges came and we issued that notice of industrial action, if it was resolved earlier, then we wouldn't have gone into this.
Okay.
Now, it shouldn't be looked at political as in politics. No. Why? Because industrial action is always the last resort when it comes to negotiations and machinery act.
Thank you so much, Mr. Payson. We shall not, we have about a minute or two to go. Actually, we're out of our time, but we need to borrow a minute or two. What would be your last remarks to our dear viewers, and maybe something that you feel we've not tackled and you wanted to talk about it in a minute?
I would encourage every worker to join trade union. As I've highlighted above, it is only through trade unions that we shall achieve more as employees and even employers, because when it comes to trade unions, most of the people look at it to be only favoring
the employers,
the employees.
The employees, sorry.
It is not true. It is a tripartite. A tripartite looks at the three. That is an employer, employee, and government. So the trade unions, if it is implementing the law, it is putting into consideration the three bodies.
Okay.
So everyone outside there, please come and join labor unions, and it is only through labor unions that we shall transform this country, transform the workforce of this country, and we also go into the middle status income, the one that we are, the government, I see, talking about always that protecting the gains, but we can only acquire this as employees through joining trade unions.
Thank you so much, Mr. Payson. Lastly, in 3 seconds.
Lastly, to our trainers outside there and the viewers, go and attend to these learners. We believe they have lost a lot, but we can compensate. If you're to work day and night, please do. If you have a boarding section and you can squeeze some little time, attend to these boys and girls, compensate and make sure that you make them ready. Exams are on the door. 21st November is not far. It is when we are having briefing. So please, I want to say thank you so much for viewing us, and great thanks to our host, Brother Mutunji, and our employers outside there. We are so much proud of you and our learners. You're the ones that are making us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, Mr. Chair. Your last remarks, and maybe you can tell us where is the Secretariat offices someone would want to visit here and maybe get some more information about the union.
One, I have to first of all thank you people, and I want to appeal to the parents out there. One of the things parents must understand is that we are more parents to their children than themselves. Because these people spend most of the time with us and we understand them and we have got the love for these people. You know, being a teacher is a call, and you cannot just become a teacher unless you are worth it. I think those words were mentioned by one of the vice chancellors. I think that was German. That you cannot become a teacher unless you are worth a teacher. So we are worth trainers, and we really have the feeling for these learners. The only problem is it also hurts us why government becomes silent when matters come to the teachers or the trainers. They don't want to listen. And then now, you see, for me, I'm into construction. I'm into engineering because I'm an engineer. I do this work. I'm into construction. Now, if I come, you have given me a project that you want me to raise up for you a structure. Then you don't want to motivate me. You forget that I also went to school. Okay? You want me to raise for you a structure, but you don't want to pay me. You think I'm going to build that structure? I will leave it. Okay? So it's the same thing here. Let parents not blame us for not training their learners, claiming that we are political, but rather look at the employer.
Have they blamed the government also?
Have they blamed that?
Okay.
They are not blaming government, but only blaming what? Trainers.
The trainers.
You want a teacher to go to class and train your child, but this teacher is suffering. So this teacher will not do what is important. So what is important here is let us all join hands, let parents support us as trainers, so that we build and mold their children who are going to be our better future.
Thank you so much, Chair.
Our secretariat is in Tinda. I think for more information they can call us.
He's in Tinda.
You
can give us those contacts, maybe.
You can call us on 0774 743461.
Repeat the number for them.
0774 743461. And I think for the General Secretary we shall share with you. You can also raise the General Secretary and they can be directed.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me share the number for General Secretary, so that Mr. Nobert, right?
Yes.
So that 0706, dear viewers, in case you want to inquire anything from UTV2, it is Uganda Technical and Vocational Trainers Union, and now they are saying they called off the industry action. But in case you want to know further information or more information, please call the General Secretary, Mr. Nobert Agaba, on 0706 796 439. You will definitely be taking to them. The Secretariat is in Ntinda. You can be able to visit them and get more of information about this and more. Thank you so much. This program is proudly sponsored by Source of Properties. Please find them or call them to go get yourself land, or help. They also help you construct for you a house, and we land at subsidized prices. Call Mr. Sozo on 0757 786 077. Or call the office line 0200 407 700. You'll be able to reach Sozo Property Consultant. Thank you so much for keeping XL TV today. We catch up tomorrow as we conclude the week. Stay blessed.